All right, losing weight can seem like such an ordeal, right? So many of you are questioning, do you need to do a certain diet plan, exercise plan? Do you need to go on a GLP-1? What is the magic bullet? And I'm here to tell you, please don't roll your eyes. There is no magic bullet. It's about creating a holistic plan and taking all the elements of weight and weight loss into account. That means what is your gut doing, your liver, your hormones, your stress levels, your sleep. And at the end of the day, all of that is impacting your blood sugar, which determines whether we do or don't gain weight. What I want to do in this video is talk about some weight loss hacks that you can incorporate into your everyday life to help you balance your blood sugar and lose weight naturally, whether you're on a medication or you're not. Because again, everything works together. And at the end of the day, there are fewer side effects from many of these medications when you adopt and really employ a holistic approach. Okay, let's start with 5 drinks that work beautifully to keep your blood sugar in balance, and they all do for different reasons. The first one is simply putting some collagen in your coffee. And the reason I love collagen is it does a couple of things. It rehabs the gut lining, it gives you an instant 5 grams of protein, and that stabilizes your blood sugar. Coffee actually spikes your blood sugar, believe it or not. And when we add collagen to it, we get a more even run of blood sugar, preventing unnecessary highs and lows, which at the end of the day can lead to weight gain. All right, let's talk about another easy drink that I actually do and love. It's lemon ginger water. And oftentimes, what I'll do is I'll just take a tiny piece of ginger root, peel it, boil the water, and then add maybe a little bit of tea or honey or half of a lemon to it. That is activating my gut. It's sort of getting the gut going. It's helping with digestion. And at the end of the day, remember, the gut is your metabolic engine. We want it to work well throughout the day to, again, keep blood sugar balanced and help you to lose weight effectively. And in the cold weather, I actually drink that all day long. I'll sip on it. I'll keep adding warm water to it, and it keeps me sort of invigorated as well, keeps me away from sugar and all the junk and all the other stuff that we often want when we get stressed in the day and seek out as comfort food. All right, those are 2 of my favorites, but I have a couple more up my sleeve. Here's another one. I love blending my fruit together, and I've been doing that a lot, and it's a great way to get a ton of fiber in. This grapefruit, by the way, has about 5-ish grams of fiber, right? We're supposed to get about 30 grams of fiber per day. I know you're not going to eat 6 of these in a given day, but here's what I do. I'll take the grapefruit, I'll cut it in half, I'll slice the lemon, add that to it, and then pick a fruit, whatever we've got in the fridge. It might be berries. We've got a couple right here. It may be an orange or an apple. So that way I'm getting another 3-ish, 4-ish grams of fiber in. So with that glass of blended juice with retained fiber, that's the magic, I'm getting an instant 8-ish grams of fiber right away, right? So closer to that 30 grams and not having to think about it so hard. It's like, did I get all my fruits and vegetables in today? I don't know. That's another way to keep your belly full, to keep things moving through the gut, to keep that blood sugar level down, and to help us not engage in a lot of junk and junk snacks. Okay, let's do another one. Celery juice. I don't know if you've had it before, but you can take celery root, blend about 1 ounce to 2 ounces. That actually supports the liver and helps clean the liver out, supporting insulin production, blood glucose, and so much more. It's also a little bit of a mini detox. Again, I talk about detoxing in this video right here. Check that out. So tomato juice is another one that I love. It helps to balance blood sugar naturally, again, keeping us away from all the things that make us gain weight, processed carbs, sugar, salt, all the weaknesses. We've all indulged in those many a time. Again, how do you do this? Maybe drink about a couple of ounces every day, or you can take about an 8-ounce glass and drink half at different times in the day, especially when you're feeling like you might be more vulnerable to different types of cravings. So again, just to recap, the 5 drinks that you can use right now to help you lose weight, keep your blood sugar balanced, and should be a part of a holistic plan because they help the gut, the liver, and everything else include collagen coffee, my lemon ginger honey tea, which I swear by, tomato juice, a few ounces of celery juice every single day, and fruit smoothies, which have become a part of my daily staple. All right, so that's one way. Drinking your way to weight loss is one way to begin your weight loss journey, but there are a few others too. We talk a lot about movement. So there's so many ways to exercise throughout the day because remember, it's those small incremental exercise snacks that seem to be making a bigger difference for weight loss than just the 1 hour workout or an intense session a few times a week. Now, here are some of the ideas that I like to use to really help, improve my movement. I'm sitting a lot during the day too, thinking, writing, talking, all of these different things. But one of the things you could do is get an exercise ball and use that as your chair rather than a standard chair. That forces us to use those lower abdominal muscles. We're actually contracting as we're working and talking and doing all those other things. So it does count as a form of mini exercise or mini movement. Another one that I like to do is periodically get up, first of all, move around, go up and down the stairs, or even do just a few wall sits. You guys remember those, right? You go up against a wall and then you kind of just lean down onto it until you're getting into a solid squat with your back firmly against the wall. Again, you're having to engage your lower body and your core, which probably is getting a little bit sloppy from sitting around all day. And the other hack that I actually use and I have is a walking pad. I've got one in my office upstairs, and I love using that. If I've been sitting for about 2 hours or so, I'll get up and walk for about 10 minutes. It makes a difference, and then I'll sit right back down, do it again. If you do that like 2 or 3 times a day, you've got 30 minutes of activity right there. And in general, for weight loss, here's what we want. We want 30 minutes of activity at least twice a day. So breaking it up where it's maybe morning and evening, or it's cumulative throughout the day, because at the end of the day, that's what makes a difference for blood sugar. Another weight loss hack that I love to use is front loading your food, meaning eating the majority of your calories before about 3 o'clock or so. Here's what we know. Our metabolism does slow down as the evening rolls around, but oftentimes it's when we're eating the most. It's also usually the period of time where we are the most sedentary. So switch that up and maybe make that afternoon meal the heaviest. And as you approach the evening, if you want to have dinner with your family or your friends, do that. But hopefully it'll allow you to eat less or really honestly just snack around that time. Okay, let's do a couple more. We're almost there with weight loss hacks that you can use in your everyday life, pairing it with an overall holistic plan, whether you're on medications or not on medications. These are things that work and work for the long haul. Another hack I have used for such a long time, and I actually use this because I'm a mom, and I'm trying to trick my kids into eating more fiber. We know the majority of us are not getting enough fiber, right? That 30 grams a day. I talked about my favorite fruit smoothie hack that I like to do at least once a day to get an extra 8 grams. Well, here's another one. When you're pairing your starches and your veggies, overpopulate the veggies compared to the starch. So if you're doing rice and beans, more beans than rice. Use things like spaghetti squash, which is right here, which you can pair with maybe half spaghetti squash, which has a lot of fiber and nutrients in it, with maybe a regular pasta, and mix the two together so that in that serving of pasta, you have a significant amount of fiber there as well, helping you with overall blood sugar and weight loss balance. So that's one of my favorite hacks. I'll do that with zucchini too, by the way. We will chop up zucchini, mix it in with maybe a pasta or rice, but the rice serving is about this big. And so you don't even realize you're missing it. That's the fun part of all of this. All right, last category is thinking about resistant starch. Have you guys heard of this? This is where you cook or you use certain foods where the starch is actually a little bit slower to digest, doesn't raise your blood sugar as quickly, and in turn helps you with weight loss. I'm talking about potatoes with the peel on, things like plantains, and even using regular pasta or rice, but you've cooked it, but then you've allowed it to cool. When you cook and cool some of these classic grains that we have, or pasta or rice, you're actually reducing the carbohydrate load compared to when you just eat it right off the stove. Okay, so those are my weight loss hacks to help you lose weight no matter what you are doing or where you want to start this journey. There are drinks you can use, movements you can use throughout the day, increasing fiber with all these different hacks, front loading your meal, increasing the amount of resistant starch you're consuming. All of these work together for a healthy weight loss plan. Okay, I post new videos every week. Don't forget to like and subscribe.